Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just back again with another lesson. This one's going to be centered around Ezekiel 9. So I've done a lesson on this prior, but just to reiterate, because it's very, very important. And, maybe just also for new people to understand, my personality and that kind of thing. So why I'm like this on YouTube and then in real life and throughout my entire life, it's been like this. And so I've always been somebody who calls out injustice, and then it's cost me lots, just like lots of people throughout human history. So I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I want people to understand that this is the bare minimum, that's required, and it could not be easier in the times that we live in now. But in the corporate world, if I ever see like somebody getting picked on or something like that, I go and pick on them, and then that kind of thing. And that's just the way it's been, and I've never done it with like physical force. No one's ever hurt me, and I've never hurt anyone physically, but that's the way I am. And so even this is like before, even when the Bible's not involved, that's just my personality. And then I believe that people who are like that are a good candidate to receiving, Christ and his message. So it's a good platform for that. So just know that, okay? So if I see any lies or people being bullied or leveraged and all that kind of stuff, then I step in, because then I feel like I'm a part of it if I don't speak up. And so just know that. And so this is also very, very important, because that's one characteristic that the God of the Bible demands. And we see that here in Ezekiel 9. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And so this is, again, very, very consistent with what's happening in the last days. Okay, and this follows a sequence, and I've done a video on that. And so it's amazing. And so all these things that have happened in human history are going to happen in the last days with updated technology and more people, fundamentally. And it's amazing. Verse 3, and the glory of God of Israel was gone up from the cherub whereupon he was in the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. Listen to this in verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And so this is the same, mark in the last days, but it's going to be for the evil people, the mark of the beast. And so God is the author of the left and the right hand side. So in the Old Testament here in Ezekiel, he's exempting his right hand side with this mark on the forehead. And I'll read in the blue letter what it is. And so they're the ones that are exempt. But in the last days, he's tagging his left-hand side to destroy them. But it's the same people that are going to destroy them. And it's the same angels. And so just know that. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, and let your eye not spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6, slay utterly. Okay, that's in Ezekiel 9:6. You twist the 9, you get Ezekiel 6:6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And I'll explain why that is the case. And begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And so in the last days, that represents America, because that's where a good chunk of God's people are, the Israelites. Verse 7, and he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain, go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. So God's doing this. Okay. And so that's why it's important to cry out all the abominations, because that allowed those men to be exempt. And the men that sigh and that cry for all the listen to this, all the abominations that be done in the midst there, all of them, for all you stupid people that come by my channel and try and manipulate the words of God, all of them. So me, TMoG, I call out all the abominations because I'm a Bible literalist, and I say that proudly. And then this group will start with themselves, always, okay? They would be a part of it. And so they would cry out their own abominations and sinfulness, and then they'll point out how all these other people are propagating that as well. And so that's very, very important to understand, okay? This group is introspective, and then they understand that they've been perverted potentially by all this other evil, and they want it to stop, in themselves and then out everywhere. But listen, it's all the abominations, okay? So all you people who, right when you reach for the elect card, anybody that's out there on YouTube, I'm going to test whether you are. Because then if you are one of the 144,000, and I believe I'm one of them, then we're going to be taken up, and then we're going to have to get along, okay? But if you're one of those demons on YouTube who are like, no, I don't want to talk about those topics, or no, those people, they're okay. No worries. He's fine. I don't want to, get in between with you. No, all the abominations, okay? And so that's why I haven't met anybody yet who's I want to be with in that regard, okay? And so just know that. And so it's a very elite group of people. And so because they're going to cry out all the abominations, and there's so many abominations now in the world, it's like easy because everything is evil, okay? Except God's elect, because the deceived and the deceiver are his, according to Job 12:16. And the only people that are not deceived are God's elect. And so they have no issues with my teaching and who I go after and all that kind of stuff. And so once you reach for that elect card, maybe I was sealed. Oh, okay. Okay, well then let me ask you some questions, if you don't mind, about that and all that kind of stuff. And then you people run. Whoop, quiet. Well, I was kidding. Oh, no, okay, whatever. All that kind of stuff. No lie is of the truth, is what the Bible says. So anybody out there who's teaching a lie, then they're Antichrist. And so then I go after them because that's part of the abominations. And I see it. And so YouTube now allows us to see what's going pretty much worldwide. And what America's doing worldwide, so it could not be any easier. And so I'm also required to call out the abominations of my country that I live in. And so that's not popular, to do that, to get a job and to stay here. And I don't care, okay? Because I'd rather cry out, and sigh and cry than play along like you dummies do. Pretty much all of you, except for the few that come by my channel and so that know what's going on. And so let me read that again. For all the abominations. Okay, so you people need to get off YouTube and go read the Bible for a little while, okay? And stop being stupid. If you're a real person, then be a real person, okay? And don't come and give me your stupid testimonies on my channel that don't mean anything, okay? I don't care about your avatar or anything like that, okay? I care about these words, if you haven't figured that out yet by now. This word that is Mark is called Tav, okay? And what does it mean? It means desire. First and foremost, wow, that's an interesting. Why would this word talk about a desire? Okay. It means desire or a mark. And listen to this definition: mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. Okay. So God's elect are going to be exempt from judgment because they're doing this in the last days. The souls of the just complain continually. They don't take a break. Oh, you know what? It's lunchtime. I'm going to take a break and jump on TMoG's live stream and talk about how white people invented the toaster oven. Just take an hour off from that and then talk about some stupid dream that I had and all. No one cares, okay? The souls of the just complain continually, okay? This is according to the Bible. And so, which none of you read, but just know that. What does continually mean? It means nonstop, okay? Why? Because they're sighing and crying for all the abominations, all the liars and all the actors everywhere. In their own family, in their job, if they have one, the government, of course, central banks, YouTube, the truth community, everywhere. I will hold my tongue no more. 2 Ezra 15:8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. They sigh and cry every single day. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Because Christ is not being honored anywhere on this earth except in his elect, okay? And so we have a smorgasbord to complain about. And especially you donkeys that come by my channel and are masquerading around as truthers, reaching for the elect card, but you dummies don't even know what the hell's going on, okay? We sigh and cry for all the abominations. Everybody that's teaching a lie, okay, and is evil, every single one. We don't stop, and guess what? We do it all the time. It's just like it's natural for us. Because of that word, Mark, it's a desire that's placed inside of us, okay? And I don't see that in anybody else. And so reach for that elect card and let's see what I'm going to do, okay? You people need to wake up. I'm not hanging around stupid people in the kingdom. You dummies that don't bother to read anything and take the Bible literally at all, anywhere. And then you morons want to be the leadership in the kingdom. I'm not leading with you if I'm one of them, and I'm not going to report to you because you're stupid, okay? Hell no. You people are morons. Matthew 21:12. What's 21 plus 12? 33. Okay. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all of them that sold and bought in the temple. They turned the temple into a place of commerce. In the last days, this is a mentality, a mindset. Everything is about buying and selling, commerce. Okay. And so this is God's left-hand side. That's why those numbers add to 33. I'll read that again. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. The money changers in the last days, these central banks, okay? And so we see that plain as day everywhere on earth. So what would Christ do when he came by now? He's going to overthrow this whole system. because the whole world is run by these people who all they care about is buying and selling. Okay, and we're anxious for that day. And all you people that are down with it, even slightly, we're anxious for you to have that as well. Look, can't wait, okay? And verse 13, and said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it into a den of thieves. And then so YouTube has made, has disgraced Christ's name, you know, with all the people that teach the Bible. And, you know, it's a den of liars. And so we have a problem with that. Okay, I have a big problem with that. God's elect have a huge problem with that. And so, what's Matthew 21 plus 13? That's 34. 444 FFF 666. Okay. And so, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it into a den of thieves. This whole earth is a den of thieves. Okay. All about buying and selling, profit, leveraging other people, and all that kind of stuff. It could not be more obvious to us. Okay. It's very, very obvious. And anybody that teaches a lie, for example, that Christ was born of a man and woman, that's an abomination because that's a lie. And the Bible says no lie is of the truth, okay? So if you're down with somebody who lies, then you're part of them, okay? And so stop coming around here, Dan, and just stop being an idiot. I don't care about your sob stories. None of you people, I don't care about your sob stories. I care about salvation for myself and God's elect. That's all I care about. And if I'm not in that group, I want them to be saved so I can witness it and then follow where they're going. It doesn't matter either way. I'm going to go where they're going. And if they don't exist, then we have no hope. Okay, who cares who's the elect is or whatever. 1 John 2:21. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it. Listen to this, and that no lie is of the truth. Okay? Christ even says you're either for him or against him. So you morons got to pick your team. Okay, quick. That's all I'm telling you to do is pick your team quick. Okay, I know you've got a little cushy whatever you're getting. It's not going to last forever. Matthew 12:30. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. Just go away. Okay, for Christ to ultimately destroy them in the last days. And so just understand that's why I'm like this. And so I know when I insult and I do this sometimes, not anymore, because I know pretty much everybody else is an actor. If I go after somebody and then people don't join in or say anything as well and add to that, then I know that they're an actor, you know. And so, you know, I know that now and it's obvious, but that's sometimes why I do it, you know, just to test people's spirits. And I'm trying to find out if you're an actor, you know, everybody that I come across. And then once I establish that you're an actor, then I'm just making fun of you, you know, and then we're just killing time until Christ literally kills time. So, and like he kills literally. And so a lot of people that are against him, you know, and he wants to see it right in front of them. And so, and I hope that for a lot of you people, because it's very clear you hate God and you're not sighing and crying for all the abominations. You're picking and choosing. Do these leaders on this earth get their decision to pick what they read from their script, or are they just reading from their script? They don't have a choice. Oh, no, I'll go with that, but I won't go with that. And all like, no, they read their script. Okay. They have allegiance to the beast. And so we don't pick and choose. Oh, you know, those commandments, don't worry about those. No big deal. Let's just skip. And I don't like those. No, we read from our script because we want to be part of the God's elect. And so we don't veer off that at all the abominations. Okay. So if God's left-hand side are faithful to Satan, which many people are Satanists, then we have to be faithful to what God said, you know, what he wants and what he likes, all the things that he likes, because the Bible says he comes in the volume of the book, the whole thing. And so parts of it it's not that parts of it are not important. It's all important. And so it's very clear what you people are trying to do, you know, and then if you reach for that elect card, even like think it in your mind, I'm going to ask you some questions. Because then if I'm in that group, then we have to lead and we have to go and be on the same page. Okay, and if you're going to like let a few things, you know, come in, you know, no, don't worry, he's okay, you know, co-sign that person. He's a nice guy and all that kind of stuff. No, the kingdom is not going to have any evil or lies because it's going to be run by the elect with a iron fist, you know, a rod of iron, okay? And so it's going to be very strict, okay? And so if you're of the elect, you have to be a certain personality. You have to be like those men in Ezekiel 9. And I don't see that anywhere. I see, especially on YouTube, all you bird brains just like sitting in a garbage can, scarfing down a pork hot dog, of course, washing it down with your favorite carbonated beverage with a mask, of course, maybe double masked, you know, and then just giggling. Yeah, this is not bad. When's the next stimulus check coming and all that kind of stuff? You people are sick, okay? And especially people who reach for that freaking elect card. And then other people will email me saying they want to be of the elect, but they're like, I think Christ will return 10 and 15 years. And then another person will email me with stupid pictures of like the rocks and how they look like people's faces and stuff like that on the elect. Okay, dude, I don't want to be around you people. Okay, you people are stupid and disgusting. And the most disgusting people are the religious people on this earth. And so, hell no, you're not part of the elect. Unless you start doing what the men in Ezekiel 9 were doing. And you won't, because it's not in your spirit. It's not in your desire, like that term is in Ezekiel 9 for the word mark, tav, okay? And so, it has to be built in you, okay? I'm just expressing the way that I was created, okay? A lot of you people are just, you're ambiguous. You're 50-50ers. Okay, I don't know, maybe, and all that kind of stuff. Do these people sound like they're 50-50 on like these abominations? And does this God sound like he's 50-50 on who he then goes and kills? It's either you're in or you're out. And then the other people that are out, he just slays. Look at this, it says slay utterly. Just slay them, okay? And does this God sound like he's playing around? To you donkeys that come by my channel, wake the hell up. Hope everyone's doing well. Bye.